Today on Judge Porter.
Miss Gilliam, you're suing for the amount of $25,000. What's going on here?
Unfortunately, because she's not listed on the insurance policy, I'm taking it as a fault, and she has ruined my perfect driving record.
She went online, she said I was a horrible driver, she said it was a car meetup, she said I was given the car without permission, which wasn't true. She's talking about a boyfriend. You mean the booty call you had over that night? Ridiculous.
All rise. The Honorable Judge Porter is now presiding. Court is now in session.
Everyone, please be seated. Thank you. Let's see here. Case number 8513, Stephanie Gilliam versus Rebecca Belmont. Ladies, can you please come up to the podium? I'm sorry, ma'am. Is it Gilliam or Gilliam?
Gilliam.
Gilliam?
Gilliam.
Gilliam. And it's Belmont?
Belmont, you got
Belmont, okay. Ms. Gilliam, you're suing for the amount of $25,000. What's going on here?
Well, to be honest, Judge, and plain and simple, my so-called best friend decided to take my car without permission and total it.
When you say totaled, you mean she crashed the car and it's kaput?
She completely wrecked the vehicle to the point where the insurance company has called it totaled.
How did she end up with the keys to the vehicle?
Well, she took them off my nightstand dresser.
Okay, do you guys live together?
We do.
Okay. And what did she tell you? You know what, I'll ask her. And you said your insurance company is not gonna pay. Are they gonna pay, or are they just saying it's totaled?
The insurance company is not going to pay. I have to pay out of pocket for the damages because she is not listed on my insurance policy, which I have reiterated to her multiple times.
Okay, and I'm assuming that this accident occurred, the insurance company advised you that Ms. Belmont was at fault for the accident as well?
Unfortunately, because she's not listed on the insurance policy, I'm taking it as a fault, and she has ruined my perfect driving record.
Your turn.
Thank you. So, she's let me borrow her car in the past. I just want to point that out, number one. Two, originally she had told me no, I could not use the car, but after explaining to her that it was an emergency and needed to go see my dad in the hospital.
This particular evening?
Evening,
okay.
Yes. She seemed to be going through something frustrating at work. I don't really know, but in the heat of it, after I told her I need to go see my dad in the hospital, I got to get out of here, she was like, take it, go.
Okay.
She doesn't remember saying that. I get it. She was under a lot of stress, but trust me when I say she
what
did
time?
say
I'm just
that.
curious. What time was this?
It's about 8:30 at night. So
8:30?
sun had gone down. It was dark. I got a call saying my dad was in the hospital. I don't have a car, Your Honor. That's why I borrow hers. And in the past, it was fine. This particular evening, I don't know what was up with her, but she didn't want to let me use it originally, even though she had nowhere to go.
But you've used it in the past?
Yes, I have used it in the past.
And on this particular evening, you did ask for permission?
I certainly did, yes.
Okay. I'm just curious, how's your dad doing?
He's doing all right. He had a little scare, a little fall. He's okay. Had a little fractured leg incident, but he's on the mend and he's in rehab, so.
Okay, what happened with the accident? How'd that occur?
He was taking a shower.
No, not your dad.
Oh,
the car accident.
sorry.
The car accident. I'm sorry. I apologize. The car accident. What
totally
happened
fine.
on that?
I was driving to the hospital. Nothing over the speed limit. Nothing crazy. The limit was 50. I was going 53, 55. So not egregiously over the speed limit to warrant a ticket, but a couple of miles per hour over. And the road was wet, and I slipped out, and I tried to overcorrect, and unfortunately, I did crash the vehicle. I went to stunt driving school, so I do call myself a bit of an amateur stunt driver, although I'm trying to make a bigger name for myself.
Okay.
But they did teach us how to kind of turn into it. Unfortunately, there were a lot of cars around me, so when I tried to, was trying to avoid the cars and then trying not to crash, I did avoid the other cars, so I did prevent injury to other cars.
But you end up totaling the car.
I did.
So it's a one-car accident?
Yes. Correct.
Okay. she's stuck with this $25,000 bill. How are we going to resolve this?
Yeah. Well, I was under the impression, Your Honor, that by her allowing me to use the vehicle, she had it under her insurance.
That you were
That
listed.
I was listed.
How-
Not just that I
How
was
long
listed.
have you guys been living together?
Your Honor, first and foremost, I'd like to state some factual evidence that her father got into this accident 3 weeks prior to her borrowing my car. And number two, I specifically said no, and I did not have a bad day at work. I am a nurse, and I was resting in bed next to my boyfriend, who also heard me say no. And third of all, I received a video from Instagram of her doing her stunt driving with my vehicle, and she hit the wall screwing around with my car. So all of the information she has just provided you is completely false, inaccurate, and I am so sorry to say that my friend is completely unhinged.
What video are you talking
Hold on.
about?
The video that
Ma'am,
Stephanie
ma'am,
sent me.
Stephanie?
Ma'am.
Stephanie had
This
sent me.
this
to her
social
anymore.
media thing that you have. Do you have access to that video?
Absolutely, and I will be
Is
happy
your
to
is your
send.
phone with you?
Do not have my phone on me. We're not allowed to have phones in court, sir.
I know you're not allowed to have the phone on or the ringer on.
I've
You
got
can
my
have
phone in
it
my
with
pocket
you.
without it.
Yes,
You know.
but I will provide that evidence, absolutely.
Okay.
And not to mention the video is quite comical because there's a group of people watching her tried her stunt practice on my vehicle.
You know what?
On the
You know what's
highway?
funny?
On the highway.
You know
On
what's
the
funny?
highway. No, you were not on the highway.
I was on the highway.
You were not
I
on the
have my
highway.
phone.
Please pull it up.
I have my phone. So what we can do is
I think it went viral, Judge.
Thank you.
I sent it to
I
you.
tell
It was
you
good.
what,
It was a good one.
let's here, pull up the link on here, somebody. Show me the link and have her pull up the link and show me what this is so I can see this with myself. What color is the car? I want to make sure I got the right car when I see it.
It is a white 2024.
Okay. All right, let me see here. Okay. It's raining in this video. Ooh. Ouch. This is your car?
It was my car.
Okay. I have a question.
Ask her if she actually
Wait a minute.
passed.
Did you see the end, Judge?
I saw her getting out of the car. I saw you getting out of the car.
I did get out of the car after crashing it, yes.
Yeah, I see that.
Yep.
But here's my question. Who videotaped this?
Don't know. Don't know them.
How did they know? How
don't know that.
Well, how does she know to find it on social media?
She
the
said
link?
Stephanie sent her.
Because
I haven't talked
she
to
did
Stephanie
not go
in
to the
months.
hospital. She went to a car meetup
It was on the
and
highway.
took my vehicle.
Oh my gosh.
And then decided to show
It was on
off
the
with her
highway. How am I
failed
going to a car
stunt
meetup
driving
on the
school.
highway?
Okay, it looks like it
might have
does
taken
look
the
like you
highway
were
to get
trying
there.
some stunts and the road is wet and you lost control and you crashed. That's exactly
I
what's in the
slipped
video.
on the road. It slipped.
Yeah,
I
the
did.
tires, slipped. The
They
tires
squealed.
lost
They sure
traction.
did. I hydroplaned on the road.
Okay.
Tires lost traction. I tried to overcorrect.
Now,
that
what's
was my
funny
mistake,
is
and I crashed the car.
You know,
That's
I
what
went to the
happened.
police academy and they do teach you how to try to turn out of a.
Yes.
Sometimes you're successful and sometimes you're not. And by your own admission,
I was not successful.
yes,
You did not
you
pass
were
the
not.
school.
But that makes you responsible for that $25,000 for her. You're not listed on the insurance, and I get it.
I didn't know, Your Honor.
I
She's
understand.
letting me borrow the car before. I would figure somebody who's letting somebody else borrow the car would
You
have
know
the
what?
common sense
I
to have that.
understand that.
To the grocery store, yes. To go see your dad 3 weeks ago, yes. But not to go to a car meetup with a vehicle that is not
I didn't
yours.
Go to a car meetup.
Yeah.
Not on the highway. They don't have car meetups on the highway. They have it in an empty parking lot in the middle
I
of
don't know.
nowhere where there's no cops
Somebody
around.
knew that you were coming down here because somebody filmed this,
I don't know.
And like 50,000 people saw it.
and a lot of people saw it.
Apparently they did.
So she has a lot of witnesses on her end.
Well, 50,000 people apparently, but there's no proof that I was going to a car meetup.
Miss
I didn't go to
Belmont,
a
Miss
car
Belmont,
meetup.
you screwed up.
No, I admit that. I screwed up, but I can't stand. Here's
You
the thing,
screwed up.
Judge. I'm countersuing.
Can you pay? You're countersuing
I
for
am,
what?
For $3,000. Because after the fact,
You know what? I do. I'm sorry. It is showing that you are countersuing.
Yes.
Okay.
I-
Why are you countersuing?
So, like I said, I'm trying to be a stunt driver. I have a rapport that I'm trying to keep, right? Because these companies that hire stunt drivers, they're small, they're tight knit. If they know that you have something bad going on, it's a very small pool. They spread around your name, you're done.
This is
That's
very
it.
true. I can imagine that.
Yes.
Okay.
So after the car crash, again, I spun out. I couldn't control the car. There were a lot of other cars
Your
around. I
skill set
crashed.
was not there.
It was
She
there,
failed.
but
No,
the fact
it was
that there
not
were
because
all
you-
those cars around, I couldn't stop it.
Why
That's
would
what-
you?
It
Why
wasn't
would
in a
you?
controlled
Why
environment.
would you practice your driving skills on a public roadway?
I didn't, Your Honor. The only thing that I practiced was the overcorrection of trying to get out of the
What I
spin-out.
saw, this was a public
Yes,
roadway.
It was a public roadway, but I wasn't at a car meetup. I guarantee. Listen, if you're on a highway and the waters slick the road and you hydroplane, you have to correct to get out of that.
Yeah, I understand, but you
And
screwed
that's
up.
what I did. And I tried to avoid the other cars, and I did. But in doing so, I crashed the car. Now, on a set,
Miss
there's
Belmont,
all
is
these
this
people
accident your
around.
fault?
It was my fault.
And why are you suing her?
I'm suing her for defamation because she went online and she said that I was this horrible driver and horrible person and I wrecked her car and I was at a car meetup, which wasn't true. And because of that, all these job offers that I've been given, because I was given job offers, they retracted them.
They retracted because you can't drive.
I can drive.
Ladies. Look. Oh, boy. Your skill set is not there for driving.
It is there. Your
No,
Honor.
because
the
you
video
couldn't.
shows I did my very best in the situation that I was given.
Whether you oversteered or understeered, the fact of the matter still remains you lost control of the vehicle and you crashed. That is factual. It's on video. You can't argue that. She didn't have to say anything about your driving skill. All thing had to happen was someone had to post
She did,
this.
though. She did. She went online. She said I was a horrible driver. She said it was a car meetup. She said I was given the car without permission, which wasn't true.
That
She's
is
talking
true.
about a boyfriend. You mean the booty call you had over that night? Ridiculous. She's not sane either, Your Honor.
No, I'm not.
Because she had her man over?
A man? I guess you could call him that. Not a man.
Don't bring him into this.
Oh gosh, ladies, are you going to pay her $25 grand? Yes or no?
I don't think I should have to.
Are you at fault for the accident?
I am at fault for the accident.
Then you need to pay her $25 grand.
But shouldn't she have the common sense to have another person or have the liability on her insurance?
We're
If she's
not
having
married.
If she's having people, I know there are insurance policies out there like that, Your Honor.
I understand that, but she allowed you to use the car, you said groceries, visit other family
Groceries,
members.
visit her dad who was in the hospital 3 weeks ago.
That's what friends do. And now I have a bigger concern. Is this friendship over?
I never said she was a horrible person online. That is not factual.
You guys still live together, correct?
She's
Yes.
out. Yeah.
Is this friendship over?
I don't know.
Let me tell you something. First off, you're going to pay her $25,000 and your countersuit. No, I'm throwing that out. But here's my bigger thing. Okay. And this is when you have to do your soul searching. If you guys are really friends, the basis of that friendship is love and respect. Love and respect. If you guys still love each other, that's one thing.
I don't think she has any respect for me, though.
Wow. Wow.
Why would you say that?
Well, in court today, she talked about how I'm a horrible driver, how I have no chance at this career.
I never
I've been
said you
working
never
She
had a
never
chance.
said that.
hard. Well, the fact that she's saying all these horrible things about me and
She
about my
said
driving,
that
it
you
sure
took
sounds
her
like
car, you went to a car
it.
meet.
She said I'm a horrible driver. She just said that.
I got a video that says you're a horrible driver.
Before
I
that,
didn't
she
need her
said
testimony
that.
for that.
Before that, she said that, which
But-
then begs the question: why is she letting me borrow her car if she thinks I'm such a horrible driver?
Because she didn't know that you would be hydroplaning while
But-
showing tricks to people on the highway.
I wasn't showing tricks. I was trying to help. I was trying to fix the situation that I was handed.
And you know how you can fix the situation? By paying her $25,000. Now, you guys can come up with a payment plan, whatever the case is, we can arrange that. But my thing is this friendship over?
I don't
Because I'm looking at her, and although she's gone through all this and she's the one that suffered the most, it appears that she doesn't want to end this friendship.
I've known her since we were 3.
Let me tell you something. Good friends are hard to find. And I understand that you feel that she said something against you. And maybe what you're feeling right now is you're feeling betrayed because this is my friend. Why would she say these things about me if it's not true? And it could be a misunderstanding. It could be. Doesn't change the fact that you're at fault for this accident and you need to come out them pockets and pay this woman her money. But ma'am, do you want to lose your friend over this?
I don't know. It's hard.
It is
hearing
hard.
These things.
Because if you lose your friend, guess what else you lose? A place to stay, because this is your place, is it not?
It is.
That part I can't help you guys with. Look, I'm not going to grant you your claim. I'm sorry. I am going to grant you yours, and you're going to come up off that $25,000.
But Your Honor, it's going to set me back years, even with the payment plan with my dad in the hospital. I don't have that kind of money.
Sure you
Your
do.
dad
How am I
is taken
supposed to?
care
How am
of.
I supposed to pay her back in a timely manner when I've got my dad and this on top of it?
Okay.
I don't feel it's fair, especially with all of the accusations she made about me with the car meetups. If I go to those, I make sure it's with one of their vehicles. I show up in an Uber, I get dropped off. Somebody
So
lets
what
me
is she
borrow
supposed
a
to
car.
do in the meantime?
I don't know.
Do you?
But
I
I
don't
would
know.
think she would have
Is
that
it
kind of.
I
She would
don't
have
know?
some kind of
Is
responsibility.
it I don't know or I don't care?
It's I don't know. She's my friend, and of course
Do
I
you
care
care about her?
Yes, of course. But
Is this
her
your best
letting me-
friend?
Yes.
So we're hitting a bump in the road in the friendship.
Yes, we are.
That's normal. Do you want to keep this friendship?
I don't know because right now her
I
slandering
don't know
me,
or I don't care.
I don't know.
Is it,
I don't know. Her slandering me on the internet, her bringing
Because-
me to court
because
like this,
she's
when
the
she
one-
let me borrow the car.
I
But-
did not
Yes,
slander
you
you,
did.
and I did
ladies,
not let you
ladies,
borrow the
ladies,
car.
ladies. Miss Belmont, she's the one out of the car. She
she
has to
is.
find a way to get to and fro. I'm sorry, what did you say you did for a living again?
I'm a nurse.
She's a nurse. Okay, she has to find a way to get to work because if she doesn't go to work, guess what? She can't pay for that place that you guys are living in right now. If this friendship ends, you don't have a place to go to. She still does. Now, I'm not saying keep the friendship for you so you can have some type of shelter over your head. I'm saying, is the friendship worth it to keep? And the
I
only
don't know.
person that can answer that is you two. You guys are going to have to do some soul searching on that. You said since 3 years old?
Since we were 3. All
That's-
I want
that's-
her to do is make
That's
it
like
right.
what? That's like 20 years of friendship. What's that? That's like preschool, kindergarten, first grade, second grade, high school.
Yeah.
You guys probably have secrets about each other that you're going to take to the grave. Because I'm pretty sure she knows some things about you and vice versa.
I just don't know if I can talk to her for a while, Your Honor.
That's because you're upset right now.
Yeah, I am. I'm hurt and I'm upset. That's absolutely
You're
correct.
upset because you feel betrayed.
Yep.
And I understand that. Doesn't change the fact that you're at fault for that accident.
I didn't say I wasn't at fault.
But-
I'm just saying I wasn't at a car meet,
But Miss
which
Belmont,
is what she wants to
Miss
claim.
Belmont, listen to me and listen to me carefully.
I'll listen.
Right now you're saying, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. You're upset, and I
Yeah.
get that. I'm not sure why you're upset, but you're upset.
Well, I'm upset because she says I was at a car meet. She went up online.
But like I said, it
Listen,
doesn't
the-
matter because someone else printed
The
on.
Stunt Driving Guild is very explicit about how they feel. They're very, very extremely particular about how they feel about car meets. And they don't like them. So to say that I was at one when I wasn't, it's hurting my chances even more, you see. It's just going to take longer and longer for me to build that rapport back up with them. And that's even if I still can.
Then why don't you be honest and say exactly where you were if it wasn't a car meetup, because it wasn't the hospital.
It wasn't a car meetup. I went to the hospital. It's just like I told you.
But your dad isn't in the hospital.
Yeah.
That night he wasn't there. He was out.
No, he wasn't.
Am I
He was
correct
out.
in saying that?
Correct.
He
He
was
was out 3 weeks ago.
He wasn't out 3 weeks ago. The incident happened 3 weeks ago. It takes a long time for somebody to heal from a broken leg.
Well, you
Okay.
didn't communicate.
All right, ladies.
And I still said no.
I have a funny feeling that we're not going to resolve the friendship part today. But the question is, do you want to keep that friendship? And you're going to have to do some soul searching. Because I'm here to tell you, if you throw away a friendship because a bump in the road over something emotional, something that can be worked out, you can't get that friendship back, because that trust level part is gone. Now, I've already told you, you're at fault for this accident.
I know.
Okay, you need to pay this woman her money. How you gonna pay it? I don't know. We could set up a payment plan. You said that you don't know if you'll be able to do it.
I don't know how long it'll take.
And then what happens if you make it as a stunt driver?
Well, the best case scenario is that I'm able to afford myself this unfortunate incident, any bills that I may need.
And
my
what
dad.
happened if you don't make it? Who's gonna be that shoulder that you cry on?
I don't know.
I have a funny feeling that person is standing next to you. Don't throw away your friendship over a mistake. Don't do it. Your case is dismissed. Your case is granted $25,000. We will set up a payment plan with the clerk and try to make this right. Okay, ladies?
Well, the case went in my favor, which I'm extremely grateful for. Thank you, Judge Porter. I'm still disappointed in my best friend. I really would have thought she would have taken some personal responsibility. I don't know why she's putting so much emphasis on the whole car meetup thing. It was plain and simple in the video. As far as us reconciling, honestly, I think she's gonna have to find somewhere else to live. I just can't handle the emotional trauma that she's created and the thought that she would actually hurt me like this. So yeah, I get to get a new car, and she screwed up my perfect driving record, but I hope she figures out why she's so unhinged.
I can't say I'm exactly happy about the verdict. I wish I could have just gotten Judge Porter to say that I wasn't at a car meetup, because there was no evidence for that. Yes, it was recorded. I don't know who recorded it. I don't know why they had their camera out. I assume they saw me start to lose control over the vehicle and whipped it out really fast. I don't know, but all I know is this is just an unfortunate incident. I'd love to look past it as quickly as possible. Thanks, Judge Porter.